How you doing, folks? Well, we're on our way up to the annual Type 2 Ireland birthday bash up in Powerscourt there now. We're bringing the golf up because the Beetle is still in getting restoration work done, and the van is just tucked up for the winter. But the weather is appalling. We got big old fat rain come in sideways. You know, it's kind of it's pretty bad. But hopefully it clears up by the time we get there. It's still about an hour of driving left. On the plus side of things, the golf is driving great, and yeah, it should be a nice day anyway. Like most of what we do is kind of indoors. Like we go up, kick a few tyres, then go in, have a chat and everything as well too. Meet up with some old friends, and then we go off up to Johnny Fox's pub up in the Dublin Mountains for a bit of food. Obviously not drinking, given the fact that we don't drink and drive here, but yeah. So looking forward to it anyway, and I'll show you a few of the vehicles when we get there. Well, we literally just got here in time anyway, so yeah, we're off on our way up from Powerscourt House, which is here on my right, off up to Johnny Fox's pub. So we'll show you some of the views along the way as well too. Out in front there is there's a bay window bus, two T25s, another bay window, sorry, a Carmen Ghia, which is a Ratlook, another two bays, and a T5 then in front of us as well too. But what I'll do is when we get up to the car park at Johnny Fox's, I'll talk you through a few of the vehicles that are up there. There's some nice cars here, especially given the weather. It's the rain has eased off nicely a little bit anyway. So yeah, I think we could be lucky enough now. But I didn't think many people were gonna venture out. But yeah, we'll continue on. It's a nice drive. This is Enniskerry in County Wicklow in Ireland. It's where I grew up actually. So this is my neck of the woods. Haven't lived here for a great number of years now, but yeah, I still love it. And it seems surreal driving up here in a Mark II Golf, because my first car was a Mark II Golf. It was a red 1.3 petrol, 3-door. Unfortunately, I believe it's been scrapped since I owned it. It was in 1990. I saw it at a car show a few years back, but I got in touch with the owner since, and he said it was scrapped, which I'm disappointed about. But we can't all stay on the road, I suppose. So we're on our way up through the Wicklow Mountains here now, coming up towards Jouse Wood and Jouse Mountain actually as well too. Over on our left, when the view opens out, you'll see the Sugarloaf Mountain, or at least hopefully you will, given it could be a bit misty or whatever as well too. But yeah, it's been a few years since I've climbed that mountain, but I did do it as a child. This is about 10 minutes outside Enniskerry where we are now. But it is a beautiful part of the world, really. Okay, so we're kind of up around Jouse Mountain now, and you can see the Sugarloaf off to our left there now, out the passenger window. Aoife is doing the camera work, by the way. So yeah, it is. Actually, it's a nice place to come up for a walk now when the weather's good as well too. But as we continue on this road, we'll eventually make our way up towards either Roundwood or Sally Gap, depending on which way we go. But we'll be going up through Sally Gap on this particular drive, and then over through the Wicklow Mountains towards the Dublin Mountains, which is where Johnny Fox's pub is. They call it the highest pub in Ireland. I think it's that title has been debated for some time, but whatever it is, it's a very nice kind of character pub that's up in Dublin, that's in the Dublin Mountains, and well worth a visit even just for the food. So we're just coming into Roundwood village here, which is still in the Wicklow Mountains. Small enough village, but much of South Dublin's drinking water comes from a reservoir which is close to here, which is a useless fact for you. But yeah, it's kind of it's a nice enough little town. I mean, just kind of one of those one street towns that you get in Ireland, you know. I mean, I used to have some relations living up this direction. Walk you like somewhere. The direction we're going now, and it's a little bit of a mystery tour for me as well too. I'm not exactly sure the route we're taking, but this is going to take us up towards Lara and we're turning around, so we're not going that direction. Animo and Lara would be up this direction. Animo is lovely actually. It's a little river going through it as well too. So yeah, so apparently we're turning around. As you do. It's a good way for you to see some of the vehicles in the convoy. Ah yes, all the people battling without having power steering. One of the nice things about this Golf, it does have power steering. Ah, sweet arse. People getting impatient. His journey is obviously a lot more important than mine is. Paris traveller. That in front is a Carmen Ghia, and if it is the one I think it is, it's got a 1915cc engine, the same as what is in my Beetle, or what will be in the Beetle when I put the engine back into it. And it is very much a rat look, but it seems to move along nicely. Sure, they found somewhere even more unsuitable to turn this time. So yeah, somebody's lost. I'm going with the flow. If nothing else, we get to see some nice parts of the country. That there to our left is Vartry Reservoir. It's a natural lake that's now the reservoir for South Dublin. Well, one of the reservoirs for South Dublin anyway. Apparently we're actually going to eat in Ashford, not Johnny Fox's. The details on this trip were a bit on the scant side of things online, so I wasn't exactly sure where we were supposed to be going, so I just said I'd follow the posse. But nevertheless, there's a nice pub in Ashford as well too, which is kind of in the middle of Wicklow, well, along the east coast of Wicklow. Yeah, that's where we're on the way to now. Wicklow town is 15 kilometres from here, so. Well, here's the Gia we were following behind anyway earlier on. That look, it certainly is. I don't want to get hit by a car, so I'm not standing out onto the road to get a wider shot. Apparently he's got a diesel heater in it for warming up the inside of the car, because when bits tend to go missing off the heating system in air-cooled VWs, they don't tend to work very well. The funny thing is that right there is the entrance to what used to be a nightclub that I would go to as a teenager many moons ago, and we would generally get in when we were 16 or 17. They weren't too strict on the old ID situation, but yeah, it's kind of surreal being back here again. This is a very nice looking T25, and I've only noticed they've left their lights on, so I go in and tell them soon enough. Hopefully the battery is decent and they won't need a jump start, because the battery is in the back in a lot of these and it's a bit awkward to get to. But that is it's called the T25 in Ireland and the UK, or T3 on the continent. They call them Vanagons over in the US. That would be a late one. That'd be probably post 1985. More than likely has a diesel engine in it. Here is a very nice looking late bay or bay window bus with a Westphalia conversion in it. It's one of the better conversions. Had a paint job recently. It's a smart looking bus. So yeah, 1974. The way the number plates work in Ireland, for those of you not in Ireland. So 74 Dublin 120,003. So that's the 120,003rd vehicle registered in Dublin in 1974. Not exactly like that, but for new cars that's how it works. On this it means it was imported in 2012. So we won't get into it too much anyway. I might do another thing about Irish number plates. But yeah, it's nice, nice looking van all the same. Now this is a van with a story to tell. I've known the guy who owns this for quite a long time, since I was 21, and the first meeting I went to at the Powerscourt, when Type 2 Ireland was started in Powerscourt originally, this van was there. It since went into restoration and it took a long time to get finished, but here it is back out on the road again, and it's absolutely brilliant to see. It's a fantastic van, owned by an absolute gentleman. It's always amazing how you get talking to people with these as well too. That's a lovely 1978 there now. Another late bay. The early bay has the indicators down low, which will be under the headlights instead. So subtle differences. The vents will be crescent shaped instead of rectangular at the back as well too. Here we have a T25 with two T4s beside it. So the yellow T25, which is a rat look, and then the two T4s beside it then. So this T25 is the same model of camper as myself and Aoife have. So this is 2 years older than my one. I'll go around the front and show you. So it's water cooled because it has the lower grille. All of the ones from 82 onwards were water cooled, and then there's the T4s. Again, subtle differences between the late and between the T4s. Been a modification done on the one on the left there. Well, both actually, in fact. Nice vans as well too. My brother had one for a while. His was tatty, but I did a lot of work on it, and then he went and sold it for 500 quid. I don't understand why, but there you go. So yeah. Oh look, I'm just noticing actually the seats that are in this van are the same as the seats I'm putting in the Beetle. That is interesting. They're Mazda RX-8 seats, and there's a dog asleep on the front. Well, they fit a T25. Hopefully they'll fit all right in the Beetle. Bit of work to do on it. He also has the truck mirrors, which is what I have on our camper as well too. It's a cool van. I like it. And finally, there's our car sitting across the road there. I parked in out of the way of everybody else. But yeah, I didn't even give it a wash. I think all of the rain just washed the dirt away from it there today. Well, folks, myself and Aoife and the little man got back from our adventures today anyway, and it was a nice day out, even if the weather was a bit miserable and that as well too, and we kind of got a bit lost and we were late showing up to Powerscourt, so we didn't go into the coffee shop there, but still nonetheless a very enjoyable day. What we'll do is over the summer and that as well too, I'll try and introduce you to some of the people who own these various different VWs and get them to talk about their experiences with them as well. And yeah, look, thanks for watching anyway, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon in another video.